God damn it! I'm a sap. All right, so we just got out of Instant Family.
Yeah. No, best way to describe what happened was when the freaking little girl introduced herself.
I looked at her and was like, God damn it, she's adorable. Because, like, I mean, if you watch the show long enough, you know I have a soft spot for kids. Because I work them every day of the week. So this little girl opens up and it's like, this is my doll potato chips or whatever it was.
Yeah, this is my doll potato chips because I really like potato chips.
And I'm like, God fucking damn it, she's adorable.
And then 5 seconds later it happened.
Yeah.
Which is still hilarious.
We're not saying it out loud. We can't.
We as crackers are unallowed.
No, we're not. I know better. No. Bad juju. So this movie was not what I was expecting.
Neither did I. Like, I saw the reviews, but I knew it was going to be kind of a dramedy, but not quite the way they pulled this off.
This was really good.
Yeah.
Like, this is way better and has any right to be good.
Yeah. Like, this isn't going to win any awards, but damn, it is so charming!
It really is. It's charming, the acting is great, yeah, the characters are great.
The wit is really fast-paced, too.
Yeah, all the characters have really great chemistry with each other. Yeah. Mark Wahlberg just playing himself. Call him, what do you call him? Just call him Rescue Kids. I'll make it way better impression.
It is hilarious when he makes an ass out of himself.
Yeah, so it's like, so it's just Mark Wahlberg being himself right now. All right.
Like he's talking about how it's like, you know, when we first adopted our dog, we got such a good feel. It's like, maybe we shouldn't compare them to dogs. No, I'm not comparing them to dogs. I'm just saying, it's like when we went to the pound. It's like, honey, don't say the word pound. Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, if we call them Rescue Kids, it'll make them more appealing to the masses.
Yeah. That's a thing that happens.
Like, clearly well-intentioned,
just idiot. Just a well-intentioned idiot.
Yeah.
Who, like, all the characters have really good, clearly defined arcs through this.
I gotta double-check who some of the actors were, too. Like, there are a few people, Rose Byrne's mother. I've seen her before, and I don't remember where I recognized her from.
Well, we, of course, recognize
Margot Martindale.
Who I can only assume did this while she was on the run.
Yeah. This is what happened before she lost her memory.
Yeah. She's caught up in that ocean madness.
Oh, really? You people have no sense of...
What?
Oh, Metacritic just...
Was Metacritic shitting on this?
Not really, but it's like 57. Really, it's better than that.
I don't trust, like, Metacritic. It's like looking at the IMDb score, you know? Yeah,
I don't trust either of those sites.
Yeah, so that's good.
Right, cast. Sorry,
I'll go with Rotten Tomato before I go to IMDb or Metacritic.
Yeah. Is that just what I... Damn it, Margot Martindale.
Margot Martindale's fucking great in this.
It's the lead actress from Airplane. That's where I saw her from.
I've never actually seen Airplane all the way through.
You've never seen Airplane?
Not all the way through. I started watching, then I stopped because I don't remember why. It was a long time ago.
Well, it's the girl from that. It's the main act. Like one of the main actors from that.
Okay, fair enough.
Elaine.
But no, like I think what I really like, what kind of elevated this beyond just the standard slapstick comedy you expect, like, these actors in this kind of movie to be in, is how it approaches the subject material.
Yeah.
And it does it really well and really respectfully, and I have a lot of appreciation for that.
Yeah. They make fun of the difficulties, but it's like...
But they don't sugarcoat anything.
Yeah, like, it's like...
Or vilify anything. That's also important, too.
It's just a case of, like, these are... it's like, we've all had these... We've had these parental incidents. Let's be able to laugh at it.
Yeah, and I like that approach. I like that, again, it doesn't vilify anyone. It doesn't, but also doesn't sugarcoat either. It's like, it's hard and it's going to be a challenge to get through, but if you can, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I like that message. I think it's a good message to have. But I think where was I going with this? But I think there's a little few moments that got a little too real for me personally.
Oh yeah, I heard you mentioning. He's like, oh god, it's my
Work follows me everywhere, especially when kids start throwing tantrums and start screaming. And they're talking about like, don't reward this. I'm thinking like, oh, I've had these conversations. And also I'm thinking like, I just saying like I've as people who may watch this may know, I'm a behavioral therapist on the weekdays. So every time like I think if this kid started pulling, I don't like. And I've had to deal with these kind of things in public scenarios. I was like, nope, we're leaving. Pick them up. Like, if I had to pick them up like a suitcase and drag them out, I'll do it. I remember I saw this like thing on Instagram where it just like shows like a dad who's having like two crying toddlers just on his legs, face down on the floor, and the caption's like, "Hey, don't judge. We've all been there." And it just shows him. He just reaches down, picks them both up by their jackets as they're still crying, still like face like plank form below, and just carries them inside. And I'm gonna say, if you have a child, you've never had to do that, you can't call yourself a parent. Or anything similar to that, because every kid's been a fucking brat at some point.
Yeah.
Or let me be clear, the well-adapted ones, I should point that out. And especially you got a kid and like grew up in the foster environment is doing that stuff, you're gonna deal with some shit before you're done. I've worked with kids from troubled homes. It is a challenge to say the least. And I only had to work them 4 hours a day. Live with that? I could not fucking imagine. And like that, I mean that in the kindest ways. Like I admire anyone that can do it. I don't know if I could, honestly. It's not right now, but yeah. I also like that it does. Well, another percentage is just like, hey, it's hard work, but also because like the unexpected challenges come in the way. Like I kind of saw the narrative twists coming from a mile away.
Yeah,
but I still liked how it was done.
Yeah, like that is. Like, if there's one main complaint about this movie is it is very conventional, but thankfully it does it in a way that it's like, it's still, like I said, it still does a good job approaching the subject matter. It's, like I said, effortlessly charming, funny throughout.
I just think I have the same thing I said about Crazy Rich Asians, and that this movie, at its core, does not have a cynical bone in its body.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what elevates it beyond the convention issues, of the trope issues. Like,
I agree.
You've seen this stuff before, but at the same time, it really just goes to show how much writing and acting goes into it, and just like, because if this was any other director, any other cast, this would have been just like run-of-the-mill, seen this before, cynically made kind of bullshit. Yeah. But it kind of, you know, somebody in the writing's like, no, if we're going to talk about the foster kid system, let's actually talk about it in the framing of these devices. Yeah. And it's not the deepest movie in the world. It's not winning any awards or anything like that. But for what it was and for what it did, I think it's definitely above its usual tropes.
Yeah, and I mean, who all was in this movie again? So yeah, we got Mark Wahlberg, Rose Byrne, Tig Notaro,
and I love
Octavia Spencer,
and I love Rosa Burns. I think Rosa Burns is hilarious.
Yeah, well, she was in a Game Night, right?
Yeah. No. You're thinking Rachel McAdams.
Thank you. I remember Rose McByrne being in.
Well, she was in Neighbors. Yeah, I went into. And granted, she also played an awful person in those two. But I've never seen a movie where she was a bad actress.
Yeah, like she always does. She always brings her A game.
Yeah, and I was like, she is really, really funny.
Yeah, and like she does a great job, kind of like showing like. Just going between like all these emotional stages.
Yeah, and she kind of goes through her own arc. She kind of starts this off as a kind of a selfish person, and then she learned, like, I know it sounds cliche as shit, and it is, but it's like she learns to care a bit more. And I like also that they have like the conversation that every parent's had of like, how can we just get rid of these little fucking bastards?
I remember it's like, and they are instantly detestable, and they're back on track.
Yeah, I was like, we would never do this. But like, again, especially like troubled kids, there's always that little awful thought in the back of your brain, like, is there a way to just leave them somewhere? Or just like the Stan approach, like Zeus, is it wrong to punch a child?
Which also reminded me of one of the better parts. Yeah, you see this? He's 22. Yeah, we'll be child abuse. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, that was it.
And how that closed was gold.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It was a very satisfying sequence. But yeah, like, no, I agree though. Like this movie definitely has effortless chemistry
Yeah.
with everyone in it. It does delve into like some cornball moments every now and again, but in parts where they feel earned. Like you've been through enough. Like okay, you've earned a chance to be a little cheesy.
Yeah, like the ending, which was meta, a little meta about it too. In fact, there were a couple meta moments.
Yeah, I caught that one. What was the other one?
I'm trying to think of like what was the. Oh, I can't remember what it was. Remember, there were some parts of like they're a little self-aware about like what's going on. Like they mentioned the whole is like the quotable inspirational speech thing. He's like, oh my god, he has it too.
Oh yeah.
where like Mark Wahlberg's commenting is like, the mother gave like that kind of inspirational thing. It's like, I think I see where Lizzie gets it from. Oh my god, he has it too.
Well, not Lizzie. The other one that. Like,
no, it was. Not Lizzie. Yeah, I know what you mean. I messed up. But yeah, it's just.
Sorry, I got distracted by email.
Yeah, but it's just so much happens in this movie.
Yeah, it's surprisingly packed. But
which makes sense because it's just like the chaos that is involved being a parent. But it's just like you get the really troubled one, Lizzie. You got the super emotional one, Juan.
Yeah, Juan was in it. Yeah,
and Lita, who's like just the little hellraiser.
The hellraiser, yeah, who's the tantrum thrower.
Yeah,
and the one you can't keep sharp objects around.
Yeah,
with the most menacing use of a SpongeBob knife I've ever seen. Because there's a part where she only eats potato chips, and early on they try having a family dinner, and they think like, oh, go great, we'll just like not include potato chips, and it'll be easy to transition out of that, but it's not. You have the predictable result where she has a meltdown, and shenanigans happen, and a fire starts at the table.
Yeah.
So they try putting it out with like ketchup and water, and then you see her growling from the other side, and then she comes out look.
It's like, what's making that sound?
And then it's like the little girl comes out looking like fucking Carrie. When it holds like a SpongeBob knife, like as menacingly as she can, like someone's gonna get cut.
Yeah,
it's also really funny. Like,
it is so freaking funny.
Like especially since I don't usually go for comedies like this. To say that I thought this movie was funny is saying a lot.
Yeah.
Unlike some other movies where I've talked about in the trailers.
Yeah.
But you know which one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, right. Like the moment I saw like the first frame, I just went, oh no, like out loud in the theater.
Yeah, well, like like that one I didn't feel that bad about because like there were a lot of people that had some very strong reactions in this movie, like with the nail gun scene.
Yeah, no, sorry, I meant in regards to the trailer.
I know, I'm just saying like it just in general.
Oh yeah.
It's like we had a very vocal audience, but I actually feel like the one of the rare times it was kind of okay.
No, there was like one woman in particular.
Yeah,
who
one
was
in the front who was just. And this is the case where I didn't even get mad because I was like, you know what? I don't blame you.
Because like Juan, who other shtick with him is he's
stupid,
stupid, and always gets hurt.
Yeah,
like every 10 minutes he gets bapped in the face by something.
Yeah, or it's through a baseball or a foot or a basketball or glass, or in this case a nail gun, which you see watch happen in slow motion. Yeah. And as it's happening, well, this little old lady in the front, I think she was a little old lady, just like. Just starts shrieking.
Like, oh no! And this thing just falls to Juan's foot in slow motion.
And you say, like, what's this little old lady in the front? Just could not handle this. This is the case where, like, on the Bohemian Rhapsody thing, that actually kind of elevated the scene. Because I'm never going to be able to rewatch without hearing that little old lady going...
It sounds like the SpongeBob oh no.
Wait, what was the SpongeBob oh no?
Oh no!
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
See? Came full circle.
I know, right?
It was a very small circle, but it came full circle nonetheless.
But no, like, this movie does go through the ups and downs, and like, it's still very much in the comedic trope. Also, I feel like never really lost one foot in reality in a way.
Yeah.
And like, even though like some characters make decisions you don't approve, you never don't understand why.
Yeah.
Especially with like I don't want to give it away necessarily, even though you can see what's going. Because it's like some points like, okay, we're getting too happy, whereas like the narrative drop.
Yeah.
Or the all is lost moment, and of course that happens. Which primarily led by Lizzie, the oldest daughter, and it's like, but you never like hate her guts or anything. I mean, you totally get where she's coming from, and they do have, and they. Whoever played that Lizzie actress did a phenomenal fucking job.
Oh yeah.
Like
even, and that is the other thing that's interesting is like even they somehow find a way to make both serious and hilarious stuff happen at the same time, like near the end. Mm-hmm. Which, spoilers, one of the main things in this whole movie's idea is like she's trying to get back with her actual mother.
Yeah.
Who, you know, drug addict and in jail, which, oh my god, that reveal is funny too.
Oh yeah. With the two social workers.
Yeah, oh god, Octavia Spencer and Tig Notaro.
My god, do I want them to have their own movie.
It's like,
they, like, just them alone would have been amazing.
Because there's some part where it's just like, so where's the mother? It's like, she's probably out passing out loose cigarettes in an orange jumpsuit. It's like she is not in prison. Cuts.
Okay, so she's in prison.
Yeah. And
they
like, called it.
Yeah, and then now they have great, like everyone in this movie has such great chemistry together.
Yeah.
So it really is a blessing of careful directing, careful writing, and just having a damn good cast.
Yeah, but so for example, that serious, hilarious.
Oh
moment.
yeah.
So near the end, so yeah, it turns out that like it seemed like this is the all is lost moment. The mother's gonna take her back. So the kids are all getting ready to go. Then they both come in saying, "Yeah, your mom's not picking you up. She's clearly using, and she felt like she was pressured into doing something she couldn't handle."
Yeah.
And Lizzie, understandably, got super emotional, ran off. Mm-hmm. You know, Wahlberg and Byrne, they're chasing her down. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the names all of a sudden.
It's Mark and Rosenberg. Let's just be honest.
But anyway, so yeah, they chase her down to some neighbor's thing. It's like, then there's this one woman in the neighbor's like, "Excuse me, what are you doing here?" It's like, that she just leaves back, and then she keeps like coming back.
She gets emotionally invested in the story.
Yeah. And like, it is hilarious, yet it is so serious too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you felt so bad, and then it's like,
yeah, I know. It really did have an impressive balance.
Yeah. You're doing great. Do you mind?
It's like, we're kind of fucking Demon Slayer. Yeah. And again, it works like even that bit character in this movie already was
memorable,
and again had such goddamn good chemistry.
Yeah. Excuse me, I know I'm not a part of this, but this is so emotional, and I want to know if I could join the hug. No, you stay there.
You said we're good. It's
okay, I'm sorry, that was inappropriate.
Or the line that came after, where it's like, I like she's talking to social workers after everyone else leaves. Like, I'm sorry, do you guys know them? Do you guys know? Do you want to come in? I made a pie. No, we're good. Yes. and just walks over to her. It's like, I just have so many emotions.
Oh my god.
This is really damn good.
Yeah, it's just
this is really damn good.
Oh god, I kind of want to watch it again already.
I know, right? Again, this has been a year of surprises between this and Crazy Rich Asians.
I still need to watch.
You haven't seen that yet?
No, I haven't.
That's another really good like comedy this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out because I've been hearing just like such great things about the fact like they actually implemented social commentary into it as well, which is
there's definitely. I think what made kind of what I mentioned earlier made both these two movies have in common. I think is the fact that they're both told from presentation of like, okay, how can we use the tropes but still make it refreshing?
Yeah.
And like Crazy Rich Asians totally follows the formula, but it balances it out with a bit of a gender swapped idea mixed with just pure sincerity.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like, the same thing with this movie. You can tell they wanted to get this right, and it shows. And everyone's on the same page about it. And when you get just the right mixture of all that, it comes together in a movie like this, which really surprises the hell out of me. And like, you know what? If we get more comedies like that, I'm all for it. Unfortunately, we got all kinds of the crappy, cynical made movies. We got comedies like anything with Will Ferrell in it.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. But it doesn't rely on pop culture references. It doesn't rely on whatever gimmicky trend is going on right now. No one flosses in this or anything like that.
Yet I still am excited for Shazam.
Me too. But it like, this feels like again, for other cynical comedies, you would be like a kind of what, again, I realize I'm already kind of talking about this trailer, but it's the freshest fucking comparison. Like, there's no references to selfies or slang or anything like that. It doesn't need to rely on that.
So like I said, we'll get to that a little bit later.
Yeah, You get my point, though. Overall, I know, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Think about Instant Family. It's a good movie. We had a good time. There you go.
I remember I was so audible about that thing. I was like, man, I hope I don't annoy the people right next to me.
Everyone was kind of talking in that during those trailers, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I was definitely the loudest one.
That you were, but it's okay. You got one up later on.
Huh? I think she was the one who was clapping, too.
I think it was, yeah. She was really emotionally invested. And to be fair, I was kind of with her.
Yeah.
It was a satisfying moment. Yeah, this movie earns all its tropes. I'm not gonna lie.
Also, a surprisingly funny use of the word fuck.
I didn't even catch it. When did you use it?
Oh, it was the part where it's like, when they're like, they're having Thanksgiving. It's like, so we're excited to hear that you're going to be adopting. Actually, we're thinking we're not. Oh, thank God. Because, like, we were so concerned that your kids are going to be terrible and all that.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, wait, what? And it's like, no, that has no bearing on this. I don't care what any of you think. And if any of you have a problem with it, y'all can fuck right off.
Yeah, I'm actually glad you brought that up because I actually really liked that scene.
Yeah.
That was another good case of, again, I'm not going to tell you know a lot about the foster kid system, but I do know that is a fairly common trope.
Yeah.
Of it's not your flesh and blood, therefore fuck them, pretty much.
Yeah. And, of course, the family very quickly, like, warms up to him.
Yeah, and, like...
They look like actual children.
I know, I was like, what the fuck did you expect?
Yeah.
There's something like just sad, starving African children and Sarah McLachlan playing in the background.
In the arms of
No, stop! We don't get YouTube! It's on YouTube! Forgive us copyright cuts. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I can't... Oh, do you want to talk about the fucking pedophile scene?
Oh, yes. This guy got what he had coming to him.
Yeah, so throughout the movie, Lizzie is talking about how she thinks this cute guy Jacob goes to her school, and you think it's just like this geeky-looking ginger kid.
Yeah, who's turned out to be a kid named Charlie.
Yeah, but turns out the real Jacob is this sleazy as fuck janitor guy who's clearly like too old to be there.
Yeah, he's like 22.
He says he's 22.
Either way,
he works as a janitor, and it's fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to think the best way to describe it. It's like, what if Charlie Hunnam had a hint of Hannibal Lecter to him?
What if the kid from Home Alone grew up to be a druggie?
So
what actually happened? Yeah. Yeah. So I see him at that age as a janitor, and that's kind of what I picture this as. Hasn't he cleaned up his act?
Yeah, I heard he's doing much better now,
That's
and
good.
he's actually a very nice guy from what I've been told.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Starting a weirdly support group here. Good for him. I'm glad he made it. We totally knew him personally.
On that topic, the foster support group is awesome in this movie too.
Yeah, the supporting characters in those weren't as strong as some of the other supporting characters, but they are still enjoyable in their own right. And they all still kind of followed a trope, but they were still enjoyable in that trope. They didn't play it to stereotype, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
Like there's a gay couple there, but they don't act like stereotypically gay.
One of them is a bit more flamboyant, and the other one is much more just quiet, reserved, and boring.
I don't even call it flamboyant so much; just has more personality.
Yeah.
The other one just more like he talks like that boring guy you ignore at the office. Like, here's my ant collection.
Yeah. It's like
that one's Charlie and Bill.
In fact,
Ted.
that was a thing they brought up because like the next was like, so our child, was, so the one that had more personality was like, so our child was doing, breaking dishes. It was like, if you do that, we are gonna join you in school. And the next day, we did. We sat right with our friends. Yeah, we sat.
I told my bird watching stories. They were very uninteresting. And there's the one that made me a little uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie, was the businesswoman. Which got a lot of laughs out of you, but I'm not gonna lie, I found myself actively uncomfortable. Because she doesn't want just a foster kid of like the just to prove I can do everything kind of businesswoman. She wants the Blind Side kid.
Yeah, which they actively acknowledge. Like, oh, it's just like the Blind Side. Oh, you're serious?
So it's like, oh, racist white woman. All right, welcome to the show.
She also got what she had coming to her.
Yeah, she did. What was like the scene? Every time she came up, I was laughing, but I felt horrible about it. Like I'd seen early on when they're like the carnival thing where they get like introduce potential foster parents to the potential kids, and there's a part where you just see like a football flying by and at a black kid, and the football and he fails to catch it. He goes, "All right, that's good, thank you," and he just picks the football and walks away. I'm like, oh god.
Oh, what was the other part? It's like, at the carnival. Yeah, it's like, so did you find any good Tignataro walks? I'm like, you find any good matches? Well, I found this one girl, she's very quiet, very guarded, it's like, yeah, she's over there, but it looks like she's been chained to a radiator most of her life.
That's my daughter.
Yeah.
There were a lot of funny moments in this movie. Like, this was like, yeah, I would see this again.
Yeah. This is one I would actually really want to buy.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I can't really say much outside just talking about things we laughed about it. Go fucking see it.
Yeah.
We didn't finish talking about the pedophile guy.
Oh, yeah, right. So anyway...
He does get the shit kicked out of him, and it's great.
Yeah, he, basically when they first arrive, they accost Charlie.
And we see to openly weep.
Yeah.
For fairly obvious reasons.
It's like, you want to arrest our daughter? How about you drop your pants and show your shaved plums to everyone?
It's like... It's like, what do you think about that, Jacob? My name's not Jacob. It's in the trailer.
Yeah, it's Charlie.
It's Charlie. And they're not shaved.
Or big.
It's like, why would you admit that?
And then they're just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Just like actively hugging him. It's like, hey, it's okay.
It's like, hey, you gotta tough this out, kiddo. It gets better. Or something like that, whatever how Mark Wahlberg says.
And so they find the guy, and that's where I mentioned the whole, hey, you see this? He's 22.
He says, hey, this guy says he's 22. Yeah, I am 22. Good, it's not child abuse. He just fucking decks him. And then Rosa Parks just...
Rose Byrne.
Not Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks?
I just watched the Doctor Who episode yesterday. Well, there's a Freudian slip I'm gonna pay for later.
But yeah, so anyway, you see him getting carted into the car after he was basically sexting the daughter and...
asking for, like, basically saying, like, if you don't send more soon, I'm gonna lose interest. Which is like, oh, you fucking bastard.
As far as, like, how many... Because the daughter apparently took a bunch of pictures of herself, and he was like, how many did you take? You shouldn't have this, but you shouldn't have any! And then the best part is, like, apparently the guy sent the dick pic.
Oh, yeah, and, like, the weird, like, brother-in-law comes up behind him and goes, like oh,
wow.
That's a tuna.
I was like, wow, that is a trout.
Yeah, that was it.
So anyways, the guy's getting carted off.
So yeah, Rosa Burns kicks him in, like just fucking stomps on his dick.
Yeah,
which is kind of great.
Twice, I think.
Yeah, twice. And then he gets taken off to jail.
And so the guy's like, it's like, yeah.
It's and like they lean over the window. And they're like, yeah, you go to fucking rot in jail, you fucking bastard. And they don't say fuck.
Yeah, it's like, I hope you enjoy your place, you pervert.
Yeah, and then they get up and they're both in handcuffs.
Yeah.
They still committed aggravated assault.
Yeah. And the way they framed it was glorious, because like you don't see the handcuffs till after the police car goes away, and they're just like getting carted off of the other cop car.
I mean, I knew that was still gonna happen because I've seen the trailer a bunch of times, but it was still funny.
And which led to an equally funny gag, because they had their kids there. Juan and Lita.
Oh yeah, and they're still in the car.
And it's like, and so the cops, I was like, man, I heard you did. He's like, I gotta say, that's some good work. If I had kids like that, the kids! Yeah. And they just like, you see them driving by, just like screaming out the window, like looking at
the kids just like, And again, that daughter is fucking adorable. It makes me mad. Like, even at the end with the weird lady who's like, can I get in on this? And then the little girl comes up and gives her a hug, and I had like the Grinch moment. His tight and small heart grew 2 sizes that day. Anyway.
Let's talk about trailers now.
Yeah.
We could go on and on about how much we enjoyed this film.
Just go fucking see it. Yeah. It's worth your time. So for the first trailer, a few of these we got before, so I figure it's brief to the ones we've already gotten. So the first one we got was for Tim Burton's Dumbo, which that movie can fuck right off.
Yeah, did you see the new trailer for that?
I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah, it's...
I'm still not optimistic because we've done this rodeo with Tim Burton before.
Yeah, like... I remember I really enjoyed I enjoyed Big Eyes.
Yeah, but that wasn't with Disney money and Disney
That
House.
is true.
That was big. That was him doing his own thing.
And at the most of these live-action remakes,
Like, the only one I like was Pete's Dragon.
I think the most I liked was Pete's Dragon and Jungle Book, and even then, I did not love them.
I did not like. You remember, we had this conversation.
Yeah,
I did not like Jungle Book.
Understandably so.
I'm more curious about Mowgli whenever that comes out.
That is still... Those faces still creep me out.
It doesn't bother me, but I can see where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
it's like, I'm sorry, I can't deal with seeing... was a Christian Bale face on a panther and Benedict Cumberbatch face on a tiger.
So you're just talking about DeviantArt right there, man.
That would explain a few things.
Yeah. Are you kidding? Like, Aaron's gonna love this. Just don't Google it. And then we got Second Act.
Second act.
That was the one with, what's her name?
Rebel Wilson?
No, Gobble Gobble, what's her name?
Gobble Gobble.
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. The one where background checks don't exist.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dumb.
Yep.
See, that actually does like a cynically made comedy.
Not as much as the next one.
Well, we got The Kid Who Would Be King. Well, let's get
Okay, sorry, not that one. Yeah, we talked about
that one. Holmes and Watson. You can all fuck off.
Oh, that... Okay, the one thing that was afterwards. Yeah. That was the one I just literally went, oh, no! Like,
Yeah, that
out
was
the
Will Ferrell and, what's his name?
John C. Reilly.
I like John C. Reilly.
That is the thing. It's like, I love John C. Reilly, and Will Ferrell giving him the right stuff can be funny, but I do not like the team that makes those movies.
Yeah.
I find it stupid as hell.
And
except,
what a waste
Yeah.
of Ralph Fiennes as Moriarty.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Like-
cut you off. What was I saying?
It's just, like I've said before, the only one of that team that I think I've ever liked was the other guys.
Which I never saw. So.
I will show that to you one day.
Nah.
That was a much smarter, like, parody of the action movie genre.
Ugh, God, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Also, The Rock and Sam Jackson are in it.
I don't know if it's worth it, man.
It is. It's actually the one good thing. Also, Michael Keaton's the great captain in there. Oh, he was fantastic.
Okay, maybe. Maybe.
Also, it helps that, like, for once, Will Ferrell's the straight man, and it's Mark Wahlberg that's the crazy one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no. It's a maybe. But yeah, Holmes and Watts, you can fuck off. That one looks awful. What are they? Oh, I'm taking like, how do you take the picture? I'm going to take a self photograph. With they call them like, God, fuck off. Yeah, I agree, Car.
I think we to our right.
I don't care. Any car, honk if you fuck this movie. I don't know. That one's coming out.
Honk if you're angry.
It's like, that one's Christmas, right?
Oh yeah, because I said great, and I have an even bigger reason to hate the holiday.
I mean, it's not hard to find one if you really look.
I know it's not, but that doesn't help matters.
No, it does not.
Why do you hate Christmas? Holmes and Watson! Dude, seriously, gotta chill out.
And fucking, what was that bastard's name from The Grinch?
Which one?
The rapper guy.
Oh, Pharrell.
No, the one who did the narration.
Yeah, Pharrell.
Oh, that was it, Pharrell?
Yeah, that's Pharrell Williams.
That's right, and fuck you, Pharrell Williams. The next show was How to Train Your Dragon 3. Which, yay. And then we got Isn't It Romantic? That was the Rebel Wilson one. It's Rebel. I always do
Rebel
this.
Wilson.
I do this every fucking time. Rebel Wilson. God damn it, I will get that name right one day.
What were you gonna say?
I always see Reba Wilson. Every single goddamn time.
Yeah, what was her name again? Rebel?
Rebel. Isn't It Romantic?
This looks like an inversion of that one crappy looking Amy Schumer movie.
Which one?
Remember the one where like she suddenly?
Yeah, isn't it like? Aren't I Pretty or something like that?
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called. Yeah.
Now I will say this. To be fair, Isn't It Romantic actually has kind of an interesting idea to it.
Yeah, I'm not like writing it off just yet.
Yeah.
Because like, all right, I'm down with. I'm usually a fan of meta-comedy.
Yeah, it's just Rebel Wilson movies usually aren't that good.
No, they are not.
But it's like, okay, it is a funny idea. There was one thing I remember kind of made me laugh. Like I said, it's very self-aware. Like, like she's actively pointing out all the tropes. It's like, it's like, oh dear God, I'm in a romantic comedy, and it's PG-13. I was like, okay, that was funny.
Like brain injury is no joke, children.
Yeah. Or
like trying to keep having sex, but then it cuts cuts to the next day.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that was pretty funny too.
Yeah, so
like,
there's a couple funny jokes in there. So I don't know, like maybe it'll be like this one. Maybe it'll surprise us. I don't know. And then we got Wonder Park, which this trailer makes me laugh every fucking time.
Why?
Because it's going like it says Wonderland, welcome to Wonderland. And it's like, it's great here in Wonderland, Wonder Park. Because you know the mouse went, none of my fucking watch, you assholes! You just call it Wonder Park or nothing! I am more liars than God! I will destroy you!
You're all ants to be crushed beneath my feet! I need to watch that episode again because I'm trying to remember what he said there. All I remember was "You're all ants."
Something like that.
You're all ants and I'm your god. Yeah. Well, after Mickey's done with the destruction, he shall go back to Valhalla, where he shall slumber and feed for 1,000 years.
But who will buy Fox?
Comcast had a pretty high bid.
Oh God, it's even worse. It's like, what was that one joke I saw like somebody made about Marvel and all that stuff, where they just said like talking about DC people. It was like Marvel characters talking about DC characters about their movies, and at one point it just goes like, "Hey guys, look, we can all try to work together and make great movies together. We can coexist in this world like that." And then the guy goes like, "So where do you want the studio, Fox?" Like, "Oh, just leave it right over there." It was like, in the spot called Sony. No, not that one. That's for later. And the last story I got was Bumblebee, which you talked about a million times. I'm still looking forward to that one. I think it's going to be good.
I'm talking the whole Disney-ish thing, though. I know this is still Fox, but are you looking forward to the PG-13 Deadpool?
I'm going to watch it out of sheer curiosity, just to see how they do it.
You saw the new trailer for that,
Yeah,
right?
I did. So, like, some of the meta-narrative could work well in there. I guess from what I heard, this is, like, Disney's test to see if, like, Deadpool can be more incorporated into the MCU. That's a rumor. I can't confirm any of that. That's what I've heard.
Well, I don't think the buyout's even officially happened yet. I think it was something that Fox wanted to do.
I mean, it got approved.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if that being said, if that was the case, would you really be surprised?
I would not.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That one, we'll see.
Yeah, plus it sounds like Ryan Reynolds has a lot of creative control, so...
So
yeah, we'd have to see... It sounds like he's I wouldn't say he's the main rights holder, but he's like the main producer in terms of who has the power to make things happen.
Yeah, so... I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I'll watch it just because I'm curious.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was the last trailer. You got any final thoughts for Is It Family?
Just watch this movie. It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good comedy.
It's
best comedy in theaters right now. Yeah.
Yeah, just charming and funny. It's like it makes for a lot in this movie.
Yeah, it does not be anything more or less than what it is. I mean, you got to respect it for that. So I have a shit ton of movies to watch between the next couple weeks. Still got to see Widows. Still gotta watch Fantastic Beasts. That my mother hated, and when my mother hates something, I pay attention. Because it's even like either it's an artsy film that she just doesn't like, or if it's a blockbuster movie that she hates, it is bad.
Lone Ranger. BVS.
Yeah, those are all like the three movies we were surprisingly on the same page about, and she liked Battleship.
You know, I've still yet to see this movie, and I hope I never do.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting.
God, oh my God, that would be my hell. If I went to hell, they would play like the most brain dead movies. Just like
Kirk Cameron saving Christmas over and over again.
Wait a minute, he's enjoying this. Damn it!
Switch to something else. Fuck, what's a really boring movie?
Medea.
Halloween 1 and 2 in the loop.
Sorry if I blew out the camera and your ears.
It's alright. Dude, I work with kids.
I didn't realize I could get that shrill.
Keep in mind what I do for a living, dude. Shrill, that doesn't even come close to the top 10 of most shrillest voice I've heard.
Oh, I know.
I had 20 children whose voice are already in a high octave, going high pitch and at the same exact time.
And it shattered all the glasses, oddly enough.
Whales came off the coast.
You ever seen Free Willy? Yeah? What happened? You see the director's cut version? No. You're about to see what happens in the director's cut.
We just came out, opened the door, and there's like 20 dogs just sitting there. All looking is really weird. So yeah, next week is like that one, Fantastic Beasts, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Creed 2, Robin Hood. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. That looks like a great train wreck.
You have fun with that.
I will have fun with that, sir. And then Green Book is out.
Oh yeah, the new one with Mahershala Ali.
And Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, and I really want to see that one. I don't know if it's playing anywhere near here. Hopefully it is. But if it is, I'll definitely check it out because I do want to see that one. So that's like 6 to 7 goddamn movies I need to go see. So, and on top of all that, the Superman, the original movie's coming out, going back in the theaters next week too, and I want to watch that. Yeah. So I'm going to be in movie theaters a lot the next couple weeks.
By the way, I got the 4K Blu-ray for it. Believe me when I say it is going to look so good.
I'm looking for. I've never seen it, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm also happy it's the actual freaking theatrical cut. Because like for the longest time on Blu-ray, it was a special edition which had like 8 minutes more footage, and also they had to like re-record the audio. So for the longest time, I guess they said like they couldn't get it, but I guess it got back to like the original 70mm 6-track source, and basically they were able to extract the actual original audio for it. So I was like, yay!
That's a whole lot of things you understand more than I do. Someone's gonna go, yay! Good stuff.
They re-recorded a lot of audio, then they found the original.
There you go. So yeah. It's going to be a busy couple weeks. Obviously, we're not going to be here on Thanksgiving for obvious reasons.
I'm going to be all over the place.
Yeah, and I'm going to be spending time with my own family. Also, on top of all that, the new editorial's done. So I'm going to go over that with Ron probably tonight or tomorrow. We're going to wrap that up. I have Lisa making a thumbnail for it, so that's going to probably come out next week too. Cool. So this couple weeks is going to be very productive. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
See you all later.